Hi, good afternoon. This is Zira Sahai back again. I am a member of DLife.in. I'm a metabolic health coach and also the media head of DLife. I have with me today one of our certified metabolic health coaches, Priyanka Matanhelia, who's a PhD. Uh, who's a PhD, and I'm going to come back to her introduction. But first, let me introduce her as a certified metabolic health coach who uses low carb dietary strategies to help people transform their health. She uses her insights into human behavior and culture with science backed strategies to help her clients achieve success when making the transition into low carb dietary lifestyle. Priyanka also has a PhD in journalism and public communication from University of Maryland and works as a consumer researcher in Mumbai. She's a member of DLife and DLife certified metabolic health coach. Welcome, Priyanka.
Hi, Ira. Hi.
How are
How
you
are
and how
you?
does it feel to be called legally certified or certified metabolic health coach now?
Really good, really good. Thanks. Yeah, I never thought I'll study nutrition,
Mhm.
especially after a PhD, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah, so my first question to you is being from a media background and a research based background, why did you feel the need to study nutrition at all?
Yeah, actually, I've always been a nutrition enthusiast. I always keep tabs on because I did study nutrition in my graduation. And so I always use nutrition strategies rather than, granny's advice as far as my health is concerned. But in the last few years, you can say, especially since the lockdown, I noticed, I went through some health challenges, specifically after, trying various things during lockdown. And I had some Loki juice, especially, which gave me food poisoning, sort of. And it led to a lot of problems. I would have flare ups, gut flare ups, and then I would at times, have severe pain in my gut, was not able to eat much. But, so I was looking for what is the reason. And I visited multiple doctors, but my blood reports were fine. And because as I said, I, keep on top of my nutrition and fitness activities, but even that was becoming difficult for me. And the doctors would give me medication, but it did not resolve. So I was looking that, okay, I need to figure out some nutrition based strategies, because otherwise my food, I could not eat a lot of solid food. So I was primarily on a liquid diet, like having soups, etc., because everything would give me a problem. So that is how I was searching. And on Twitter, because as you know, I'm very active on Twitter. I keep looking at stuff. I came across Shashi's profile and saw that he, recommends low carb strategies. And that's how then I found Anoop's profile and realized, okay, there is a place called D-Life. And I talked to Anoop, and he suggested that, yes, you can do the course and it will give you a lot of insights into health. So I did not know that, okay, I have a metabolic disorder or anything like that. But when, I watched Anoop's video with interview with, Outlook, I learned that, okay, insulin is also an important factor. And I did the fasting insulin test based on Shashi's advice, but I never took it seriously because it was within the range that is recommended by
Mhm.
the medical establishment. But after watching Anoop's video, I realized, oh, okay, I have a problem here. So then I decided to join D-Life, because I thought, this is a very, very new thing which I did not know, despite the fact that I keep tabs on things, latest things, or scientific stuff. So I thought, okay, I maybe I'll learn more stuff which can help me with my gut related issues. And also because I know a lot of people in my family or my friends who were, dealing with metabolic health syndromes. So I thought maybe I can help them if nothing else. So that's how actually I joined. The idea was not to become a metabolic health coach, but, to to learn about latest in nutrition and also to help myself and see if I could help others, So that's how, yeah, I came across.
So you've pretty much answered why you came to D Life and the background behind
Yeah.
it. Priyanka, while you were looking for studying nutrition, looking to study nutrition, did you find anything similar to D Life in India or overseas?
So I mean, I think there are quite a few people online who recommend low carb, but I don't think they have such a formal approach to it, which is why I chose D Life because it had a very formal approach, very scientific approach. I mean, anyone can read and write a post or write a blog or give an interview, but when I saw that D Life has 2,500 plus success stories, and they are constantly like putting out stuff, like Shashi was putting out a lot of stuff online, which made sense to me. So I thought, okay, this seems like they are keeping on top of things. I think that is what is very important, is to keep evolving rather than be stuck in one particular strategy. So that itself seemed to me that I can grow with the knowledge here. And second thing was the lifetime, that once you join the course, you're part of the community for a lifetime, and you have access to the course updates as well. So that was another attraction for me. And the third was obviously the community support, that because as I said, I've always been following nutrition guideline, like nutrition on my own, like what is the latest in nutrition and how it can help me. But it's been a very lonely journey for me, especially how it is in India. People don't really want to veer away, you can say, or adopt new things. They want to keep sticking to their old ways of thinking. So I had found myself to be quite alone, and when I would tell people that no, protein is important, etc. And being a former vegetarian, I had also turned non-veg in my quest. So I thought, okay, at least I'll find a community of people who believe that protein is important and knowledge, because in my quest to find the answer to my issues, I had gone to a doctor and he recommended that I cut out all protein sources, and I realized I was falling more sick. So I just thought, okay, I want to be a part of a community where you can get that sort of support and insights also. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that quite sums it up because there's so much bad dietary advice going on around out there. Like people ask you to
Yes.
cut down the protein, but you yourself narrated your background where you were, kind of affected by the toxicity of Loki juice, which is kind of very mainstream. Drinking vegetable
Yes.
juices and stuff is very mainstream.
Yeah.
So Priyanka,
In
tell
fact,
me, yeah, yeah,
in fact, Loki juice, every time I would visit a doctor and I would tell them that I did get this issue with Loki juice, they would not believe me. They would
yes,
just write something like, okay, stomach issue. But when I went to the top gastroenterologist in Hinduja, he actually agreed with me that yes, you have this issue, and we get such issues, 2 3 such cases every year of food poisoning from Loki juice. So he confirmed to me that this, yes, this happens. And then when I told him that, because by the time I reached him, like I consulted him, I had already started the D Life diet, like for a month, and I was seeing great benefits. So he said, "Oh," I told him what am I doing and the diet, and he was very happy. He told me that, oh, you've done very good analysis and keep continuing if it is helping you. And I did take some medication from him for like few months, till my severe symptoms got resolved. But he was very happy with my progress throughout. He was actually very
yes.
surprised to see, because he gets such patients all the time. He was very surprised to see how I have lost like 6 kgs in 4 months, and my symptoms were almost like 80% gone. So he was very surprised actually, because he didn't expect such, fast recovery.
Now, Priyanka, having done the course now you're through it and you're also a certified metabolic health coach. What are the things about the course that have impressed you the most?
I think first of all, I would say that, the constant guidance and the community support, because as I said, knowledge is out there. I mean, one can easily get, read or watch videos, etc. The knowledge is there. Of course, it's not as systematic as it is in the course. The course gives a good foundation to even assess the knowledge that is outside, so that you can make the right call as to what videos to watch and what not to rely upon. But the best part is, I would say, is the community aspect of it, because, everyone is welcomed as a family, and then we discuss the latest news on nutrition. We help each other with strategies, because one person cannot have all the cases, they cannot have all the knowledge or how to apply everything. So we learn from each other. I like that aspect, because when you work alone, you can only do as much. But when you work with a team, like a group that is there guiding you from their own experience, it makes a lot of difference. So that aspect I really like. And I like that, Anup, Shashi, Arunji, just Dr. Jasmeet, all of them are, closely, always on hand to help and guide and maintain a sense of community and collegiality. So that I really like.
Mm. And as you know, D-Life is an assortment of professionals from varied fields. Like we have 19 doctors with us, 17 IITians. I just interviewed another doctor, Dr. Sridhar, who also has an army background. And you are from the media. Priyanka, what would you like to tell those people who are contemplating about enrolling in the D-Life diploma course? Professionals like you, doctors, and everybody else.
Well, yeah. So first of all, let me clarify. I do have a PhD in communication, but I'm not really from the media as such. But yeah, I do media research and consumer research. So I'm a behavioral researcher and cultural researcher. And from that point of view, I would say that, I think it is quite clear to all of us that, uh, low carb as a dietary approach is very, very difficult to implement, given the cultural rootedness that Indians have, regarding their dietary practices or behavioral, cultural beliefs such as vegetarianism, etc., definitely become a barrier. And the community, which believes in, following traditions rather than science-backed advice. So from that point of view, I would say that people who are looking for fitness or nutrition guidance should join a place like D Life, because there they find that community support, they find the latest knowledge, they can learn how to apply it, and they get scientific evidence for all of it. So that makes a lot of difference, because when it comes to cultural beliefs, it's very hard for people to change that. It's very, very difficult for people to change that, because, your parents have taught you something and you've learned. So it takes time. And a place like D Life is an asset in that journey when you are trying to make that change. Because you don't only learn how to make a change for yourself, but you can also effect that change in other people around you, because you have science with you and you have so much experience with you. So that makes it. And ap- apart from that, what I would say is, as I've already said about the competition out there, I mean, there are a lot of people who are following low carb. Now it's become popular in Indian nutrition space. I mean, it's emerging. D-Life was the first one to take the lead. They started the movement, like Anup and Shashi. They started the movement of low carb dietary approach for diabetes reversal. And now, of course, the umbrella is getting bigger, for different metabolic syndrome. So I think, that experience in itself of last so many years, not many people have that. So I think from that point of view, it makes a lot of sense to join D-Life, because then you have a solid foundation, solid experience, and also the community support.
Mm. So wonderful to know about your personal journey as well as your learnings at D-Life. For those who want to know a little bit more about D-Life, it is India's oldest, largest, and the only award-winning low-carb platform, founded by Anup Singh, an engineer and a silver medalist from IIT Roorkee. D-Life was launched in 2014, and it is the biggest low-carb resource for Indian low-carbers in the world. Our course comes from DLive.in platform, which is India's legally tenable course. It has CPDSO UK. It is CPDSO UK accredited with 60 hours credit point. We are also the SMHP approved CMHE provider. The course gives free access to DLive.in platform that has 3,000 plus combined success stories, 2,000 plus original low carb, keto, vegetarian, non-vegetarian recipes posted by forum members themselves. 150 plus podcasts, including the two metabolic health conferences, which were held in 23 and 24. And we have the largest content of on low carb nutrition and metabolic health with 800 references, 200,000 words, 60 plus relevant videos, lifetime access to the course. There is no recertification clause. We have one of the biggest libraries of low carb resource material in the world, a robust forum of discussion and long threads on cases where all mentors and moderators are present. So if you're taking in a client or you need help for yourself, so we are all there, the moderators are all there. And we have a 24/7 WhatsApp community support for bonding, learning, and so much fun, of which Priyanka and I both are part of. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for speaking with me. What a lively
You're
interview.
welcome.
It's so good to know about your personal journey and the benefits that you've had from, low carb nutrition, also from D-Life. Thank you so much for joining. This is Ira Sahai signing off. I'll see you all in another video very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thanks, Priyanka.
Thanks. Yeah.